Hi, I'm Faith Foster, and this is Just Say It with Faith Foster, Episode 3. Today, I'd like to talk about the glamorization of obesity. Why do we glamorize obesity? It's a huge problem in this country that it's okay to be overweight. Well, when I just say it, I say it's not okay to be overweight. It's incredibly unhealthy. Obesity, bad for your health, bad for your demeanor, bad for our population, bad for everything. The fact that we have models who are overweight to be plus-size models and we glamorize them is an issue. I know there are people who are overweight out there. People who are overweight know they're overweight. They know they need plus-size clothes. There's a lot of money to be made in the plus-size industry. But let's stop saying it's okay. There's so much political correctness out there today that we can't call somebody chubby, you can't tell them they're fat, and you can't tell them they're overweight. Everybody's beautiful no matter how large you are. Number one, when you gain 10 pounds, most of this is geared towards women, but let's include men too. You're a 25-year-old man who's 160 pounds and you're 5'11". And now you're 180 pounds. How much food did you have to eat to get that extra 20 pounds? Next thing you know, a year later, you're 100 pounds heavier. You went from 160 to 260. That means you ate 5 times more food than you ate to gain 20 pounds. How much food do you need to eat to gain that much weight? That's overindulgence, addiction, compulsion, exuberance. Why do we have all-you-can-eat buffets? How much can you eat? This is ridiculous. We're glamorizing and making obesity an entity of entertainment. If you become 600 pounds, you too can have a reality show. You can be popular. You can be a movie star if you're overweight. That's an issue. Outside of everything from what you look like and what you smell like, because you cannot properly cleanse yourself and bathe yourself, because there's folds of fat, and you cannot take care of your personal hygiene because you're so overweight. Let's nip it in the bud. Weight Watchers, Noom, Jenny Craig, how many programs are there out there where stars and entertainment personalities are promoting weight loss? Why? Because they too are overweight. How much food does an American have to consume to gain 100 pounds? What's the matter with just being full? Do you have to stuff 20 Twinkies into your face before you're happy? Are you happy? Or do you just feel disgusting? Let's talk about a serving size. When I read the back of a Kellogg's Pop-Tarts box, it says that 4 packages equals 8 servings. 8 servings. That's 1 Pop-Tart per person. Yet the package has 2 Pop-Tarts in it. So when you give Johnny his bologna sandwich and 2 Pop-Tarts, you just gave your son or your daughter 2 servings of dessert. This is ridiculous. This is treating children like cows. They do not have to eat to reproduce milk. They do not have to eat until they cannot fit in the door. They don't have to eat until they can't run around the track at school without sweating and collapsing because they can't breathe. How do you feel when you run up the stairs and you're so out of breath you can't breathe? Solely because of weight. Stop glamorizing obesity. It is a national epidemic. And let's talk about the excuses. Oh, it's glandular. It's hereditary. My mom was fat too. That's an excuse. Because if you really have a thyroid problem or a glandular problem or a problem with your hormones, you need to see a physician. You don't need to go to McDonald's. Let's talk about self-control. Self-control. Oh my gosh, what does that mean? It means you have to control yourself. Faith Foster, just say it? Well, this is what I'm saying. Control yourself. If you were a drug addict, Everybody say, you're a drug addict. Stop doing drugs. If you're an alcoholic, they say you're an alcoholic. Stop drinking alcohol. If you gamble, you're a sex fiend or whatever your problem is. But suddenly eating food is okay. She's just a little fat, but she has a pretty face. What kind of excuse is that? You wouldn't have a pretty face if you lost 30 pounds? How about not ever getting to that point? How about stopping when you're actually full? Overindulgence, overconsumption, overenduring, it's ridiculous. There is no reason Americans need to eat as much as they do. Now, let's look at the economic side, if that didn't freak you out enough. How much money is spending on food every day? If you took 1/2 of your sandwich and put it in the refrigerator and ate it tomorrow, you just spend half as much money for lunch for the rest of the week. Think about all the money you save. And health and medical. How much sicker you are. How about the creams for chafing? How about your skin stretching? How about your feet hurting? How about your aching back? Your neck, your arms. You can't do this, you can't do that because the extra weight is killing you. The medical bills down the road are phenomenal. But yet it's okay. We can't say anything bad. We can't say, hey Mary, you're just a little too chubby today. Because that's not politically correct. Everybody's beautiful no matter how big they are. I don't think so. This is Faith Foster, and I just want you to think about the idea of obesity in our society today, overconsumption, and why is it glamorous? My 600-pound life isn't a pretty sight, and I hope I'm never on that program. I hope you're not either. This is Faith Foster. Don't overconsume. Have a great life. I'm sure plenty of people out there disagree with me, might even be pissed off, or you may agree with me. I hope you send me an email, faithfosterjsi, for just say it, @gmail.com. faithfosterjsi@gmail.com. I want your comments. I want your feedback. Just say it. Don't be afraid because I'm not.